really found the Clutch Aid Racing sponsor to be a very visually appealing one when it comes to the racers that it sponsors. You know, I mean, at least in Cars 1, Kevin Shiftright, I just never really been too fond of this guy. It's just, I guess, because he's so dark. I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's just because there's too many blue Cars 1 Piston Cup racers and Cars 3 Piston Cup racers for that matter. Like, I love the color blue. Never really been a particularly big fan of like dark blue like this navy kind of blue, except on Doc Hudson. It's great on Doc, cool on Skipper and from Plains, but I mean, I don't know. When it comes to Piston Cup racers, I'm not a big fan of dark blue. I guess that's what it is. That's why I've never really been a huge fan of Kevin Shiftright, and I guess it's why it's, you know, taken me this long to get him as a diecast. I mean, I've been collecting cars since 2009. How have I never gotten a Kevin Shiftright diecast before in my collection? It's hard to believe, considering I got Kevin Racing Tire years ago, and this year in 2024, there is a battle going between the two of them. They are both released in multiple cases together. You can find them hanging on the pegs at the same time. You know, I mean, they're both so visually different, yet they both have the exact same model and, of course, the exact same name. Still baffles me as to why whoever names the cars, I guess it wouldn't be Mattel, it'd be like Disney and Pixar, but it baffles me as to why they would name two Piston Cup racers Kevin. But I guess, you know, people have the same names. Why can't cars have the same names, you know? I guess it's not all that hard to believe. Either way, though, welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing this guy because, you know, I don't know. I guess I need to get him open before I really judge him too much. I actually really do like the Cars 3 Clutch Aid racers, to be honest. I mean, Dino Drafsky here, he looks pretty cool. Not all that different from Kevin, but I mean, different enough. I think the extra white and like brighter kind of shades, I think kind of helps him out. And then this guy right here, Noah Gocek, I've always said he's one of my favorite next-gen racers. So, I mean, I don't know what it is about Kevin Shiftright. I guess it's just the darkness that has always kind of led me to not really like him all that much. But I think that might change today. Either way, he was first in 2024 Singles Case B, and he's been in countless other cases since then. I don't even know which ones now, to be honest. But he's been in many, many cases, and I've found him quite a few times. I didn't find him from Case B, though. That case, I don't believe, hit Canada. But either way, for some reason, they did make two package variants for this guy this year, but the one is only, I believe, available in Europe. I really don't know what the deal is with that, but they gave him a new artwork. This is his old artwork. Not really old. I think they first gave him this artwork when he was released in 2016, but I don't know why, for the European card versions, like the newer European card, there is European cards with this artwork, but for some of them, like the newer ones, they gave him a new artwork. I have no idea why. Very strange. I thought it would eventually hit North America, but it hasn't yet, so not really sure what's up with that. But either way, this artwork does him justice. It looks pretty darn nice, in my opinion. Look at him smiling there, ever so happily. He looks pretty good on the Red Rider's background, I must say. I like his name, Kevin Shiftright, you know, kind of like Shift Well, like Holly's last name. Pretty cool, pretty clever, pretty carified. And on the back, we got As Seen in Cars, and we got Lightning McQueen. Todd, the Pizza Planet truck, pretty obscure release, just a carryover from 2023. Then we got Mater, Holland Gas, another Piston Cup racer of the same model. Then we got Sally and Sheriff, and the Ghost car, as per usual. By the way, hope you guys like the new setup. First time reviewing an actual car, other than Marty, with this new setup. I hope you guys like it. I put the new Piston Cup Action Speedway that I got recently back there, because I think, I mean, it's just so fitting. But either way, enough talk, guys. Let's rip open Kevin and see how he looks all opened up. You know what, guys, I am very, very happy with myself for actually buying the Piston Cup Action Speedway playset that you can see back there in the distance, because not only does it come in super handy for these Piston Cup racer reviews, which I plan on doing into next year a lot as well, because obviously there's going to be a lot more Piston Cup racers from Cars 1 that they're re-releasing in 2025. But also, super happy I bought it because I just checked on Amazon and it went up to like $85. So it was definitely a good purchase. Very, very happy that I bought it and got actually one for completely free of charge because they sent me one that had the back part kind of open a little bit. So I told them, didn't even have to send a picture, and they sent me another one. So super, super cool. And plus I got on sale anyways because of the Amazon Big Deal Days event that was going on. Anyway, so yeah, here is Kevin Shiftright. We are shifting our attention back to him now because he's a really cool car. Before we get into the in-depth review part of this video, though, I do want to show you where he appears at in the first Cars film. He is just really a background racer. I mean, there's really nothing to say for him about his appearances like in the movie. He really doesn't appear all that much at all. But he's there. You know, just like all of the Piston Cup racers, he is there. And, you know, doesn't speak, but he's there. Anyways, though, some of them do get more screen time than others, though. I mean, I feel like he's one that gets a less amount of screen time than most. He's really cool, though, and he does have quite a bit of a backstory, which we'll talk about later on. Obviously, he races for Clutch Aid. I really like this sponsor. It's a pretty nice one. I mean, it's not the most interesting one. It's kind of like almost like a carified version of the Band-Aid brand or something like that, you know? Like, I wouldn't doubt if in the world of cars, there's probably like a funny little slogan, like sing-along kind of commercial that probably goes along with the brand. I wouldn't doubt it. Just like, what's the Band-Aid song again? Band-Aids. No, I'm thinking of Nationwide's on Your Side. I don't remember the Band-Aid song now. Whatever. Who cares? I think that's what this is supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a Band-Aid brand, but it's for your clutch, you know, which would be like the equivalent of what? A clutch? Where even is a clutch in a car? Honestly, not really sure, to be honest, but I think it's in like the engine part. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, he does have a plastic eye plate, which the Chinese one did not have, of course, before. I don't have the Chinese one on hand to compare. Don't have it at all, actually, so I can't compare them like I do with most of these Piston Cup racer reviews. But that's okay. You guys probably, probably expect what the Chinese one looks like. If you don't have it, you can probably expect it in your mind, kind of like visualize it, because it's not that much different. I think a little lighter, maybe, and doesn't have the eye plate, and that's pretty much it. The expression is the same, it's just kind of Thailandified, and he is number 121. You can see the number on his left headlight there, his right, our left, I guess. Little snarly mouth there. I love how he has the white rims. That's really cool. He's not supposed to have any trim, I don't believe. Nope, looking at the artwork. Actually, he is supposed to have trim. He's supposed to have navy blue trim. Look at that. It's hard to see because it just blends into the black tires, but I believe, at least, that's blue trim, right? Yeah, he is supposed to have trim. Well, that sucks. I was going to applaud Mattel for getting it right. But, no, can't do that. I already know that Kevin Racing Tire suffers from the same problem. I believe he's supposed to have, well, yeah, ironically, white tires, or white rims, but with, I think, pink trim. But he doesn't have that either. We'll see if he has it on the Thailand one, although I'm pretty positive he doesn't. Anyways, though, Lightyear tires, and yeah, I mean, the design's not bad. It's just a little on the basic side, dark blue and white, just some white lines kind of going throughout it. Kind of like, changing it up from just the sea of dark blueness. Number 121, it's a cool font for the number. Kind of matches the Clutch Aid logo font. You can see a little Band-Aid right there. So yeah, it is supposed to be like a Band-Aid brand, I guess, of sorts. Carified Band-Aid brand, I guess. Little gas cap back there. All the contingency sponsors. Big number 121 on the roof. You got the two white lines. I like how they painted the window bars in the back dark blue to match the rest of his paint. And then he has the Clutch Aid logo on his trunk there. The decal quality is not bad at all. I mean, the contingency sponsors aren't great, but everything else pretty clear, pretty easy to make out. Nice logo on the back, nice and clear. 121 again on the left tail light, and then this side looks to be the exact same, to my eyes at least. Yeah, they didn't really change anything. He even has a little Band-Aid down there, of course. Yeah, pretty nice car though. I mean, they did a good job with him, I think, translating him over from China to Thailand. I don't have the Chinese one, really, but I kind of imagine that it looks pretty much the same. S30A is the date stamp, as you can see, and he was made in Thailand, of course. Now let's talk about this backstory with Mr. Kevin Shiftright here, because it's pretty cool. Now, in I think it was the Cards Finder video game, we find out that he actually is fourth in line of a family of racers. So the Shiftright family is, I guess, this family of racers. I wouldn't say famous racers, but I believe they all did race in the Piston Cup, or at least some kind of racing championships, I guess. Now, his great-grandfather was named Kurt. He raced on the old dirt tracks way back in the 50s, so he probably raced with Doc. And then his grandpa, named Craig, actually won 2 Piston Cups, so I guess, yeah, he did. They probably all did. Yeah, they all raced in the Piston Cup, I guess. That's pretty cool. That was in the late 70s, and then his dad, Clint, their names all start with K. He won 3 Piston Cups in the early 90s. Wow. And it also said in his biography that he really tries not to let the pressure of his family get to him while racing on the track or at the dinner table. That's funny. I don't know how cars eat at the dinner table. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. But I don't know. Either way, yeah, this guy, he has gotten a fair share of releases. Let's talk about that now. First released in a 2009 Lightyear launcher. He was released with the rubber tires. Well, I guess he was, first released in the Motor Speedway of the South giant car gift pack in 2008. But a lot of the Piston Cup racers were first released in that pack. I don't really classify that as an official release. You know what I mean? Then he was also released with did I already talk about this earlier? I'm pretty sure I already talked about this earlier. I can't remember. I was writing it down. I'm reading my notes. I don't know if I told you guys this earlier. If not, I'm telling you the information again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, because I remember telling you guys about in 2010, he was in a 9-pack exclusive to Target with Timothy Two-Stroke in it. I'm pretty darn sure. Anyways, he was also released in 2020. And something I always found weird about this guy is in the Cars video game from 2006, there's a Clutch 8 racer that looks exactly like him, but his name is Sure Grip. So I don't know if that's his nickname. I kind of want to pretend that it is in my own head canon, because I just don't believe there's another one out there. Video games aren't really canon anyways, I don't think. Well, maybe they are. I'm not really sure. I never really thought about that too much. But yeah, just saying, there might be a lookalike that looks exactly like you out there, Kevin, that actually is named Sure Grip. Or maybe his name was never supposed to be. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's because, Sure Grip, that name was out before Kevin Shiftright, the name was out, right? Because they didn't name him that until what? Did they? I don't even remember. I don't remember a time where there was Piston Cup racers that didn't have names. It's like it didn't happen. It's like they always had names to me. Maybe it's just because I started collecting a little later. But to me, they've always had names, even though they haven't. A lot of them didn't get names until 2015, 16. He was released then too. And I don't know. Maybe that was the first time he got a name. I think it was. He's gotten a lot of artworks though. Like I talked about earlier, there's a new one out now, and they redid it in whenever it was released in the mid 2010s. So he's definitely gotten a lot of artworks too, which is weird. There's kind of a lot of lore that goes into this guy. For the Clutch 8 racing team, not really being present. They never really done any of the pit crew members, the hauler, nothing like that from any of the racers. But they have done all 3 generations of the Clutch 8 racers, and they also did the racing tractor, of course. So they haven't done a lot with Clutch 8, but I guess they've done more than I thought. Anyways, here's Dino Drafsky. He's pretty much the same, just all his decals are 3D-ified. He's not bad. I actually like him, to be honest. I think I like him more than Kevin Shiftright. I feel like every Clutch 8 racer actually gets better with each generation. I do kind of believe that. That's not the case for a lot of Piston Cup racers, but I think it is the case in this case with the Clutch 8 racers. Here's Noah Gochek, who I really like. I just always have. Love the lime green. But I mean, it's completely different. There's no navy blue anymore. But that's okay. Not my favorite color, like I was saying earlier anyways. Navy blue, probably one of my least favorite colors, and definitely my least favorite kind of blue. So yeah, I guess I would have to put Noah at the top of my Clutch 8 racers ranking list, and then followed by Dino, and then I guess last would be Kevin Shiftright. Again, I'm just kind of coming full circle on this. I don't hate him. I really don't hate him, but I just don't really like him all that much either, I guess. I don't think he's an amazing race car. But anyways, here is the Clutch Aid Racing tractor, who doesn't really relate to Kevin right here. Pretty much just relates to Noah Gocek, because he has his same design, just kind of translated into onto a tractor. Anyways, though, I can't wait to see the battle of the two Kevins continue when I review the new variant of Mr. Kevin Racing Tire, probably in the next few days. Anyways, though, thank you as always for watching. Hope that you did enjoy this review, and I will see you next time right here on the Cars Garage.